The hardest pill to swallow is the one that you need the most. I'm gonna talk about life. I'm gonna talk about how life is fucking hard. How it will wanna beat you to your core, make you wanna beg on your knees. It'll wanna destroy you on the inside. And they don't wanna hold your potential to what you can be in the future. And to be quite honest with you, at one point in my life seemed like everything, it was all good. It was all given to me. I had this beautiful girlfriend. I was going to school on essentially a full ride scholarship. I had everything laid out for me. Like this whole life was already set for me. I was going to go to school and be a baseball player, marry this girl, and be this and be that. And like everything was just going to be my way. And then it just started to crumble downhill. It started to go down. I found out later on that my girlfriend, who up to this point we had been together for anywhere from 2 to 3 years, and we've been on and off, and I realized later that it was very toxic, had been cheating on me. Cheated on me multiple times, actually. It wasn't one occasion. As I found out later on, it was a lot of cheating, multiple times with different guys as well. And it's also bad because I told her of the guys that I didn't want her to be around with, and it was exactly what my instinct told me, that something was gonna happen, something was gonna, come about, and that's exactly what happened. And I forgave her for it, and she did it again. I forgave her again. I forgave her again. I forgave her again, and I just kept forgiving her over and over and over, and it just kept breaking my fucking heart. It felt like at one point I didn't have any sort of emotion. Like this was just my person for me, and so be it. Not only that, I could think back even like when I was like younger in high school. Like in the 4 years that I played high school, in total, I maybe played three innings of baseball. My freshman year of high school, I didn't make my baseball team. My sophomore year, I finally do make it, but I only play 3 innings. My junior year, I went to the Dominican Republic to train for an entire year. And then senior year, I'm super excited. I'm just ready to go. I'm better, stronger, faster. I'm just fucking like, coach, put me in. COVID year happens, ruins my entire season, and then I'm depressed again. I started to get myself together, go to Combine Academy. I learned how to throw a baseball better. I learned how to become a stronger athlete, a bigger. I'm super just excited, and I'm going to college and I'm going to school, and it's like, I don't want this. And I fucking dropped out. I said, this isn't the life for me. And could you imagine spending close to nearly half of your life thinking that you're this baseball player, only to realize that you are no longer this person? Who was I? I didn't know who I was. Who am I now? Who am I? I don't play baseball. It's not the sport that I'm playing. I dedicate so much time to it. So who am I, bro? I end up working for this factory for an entire year. I gave an entire year to this company. We would work from 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the fucking afternoon, 12-hour days, Monday through Saturday, sometimes even Sunday as well. I would work 60, 70, 80 hours weekly, only for a year afterwards, getting fired for some bullshit. Again, I was devastated. Like, how am I gonna put in so much work? I'm gonna do all this work for you, be so, like, I never miss. I was always there, only for you to fire me afterwards. I've been burnt down so many fucking times, and some of you guys might say, "Oh, well, it's not that big of a deal." This is not. It is a big deal. It is a fucking big deal to me. It's my life. It's mine. I've gone through all these fucking trials, all these tribulations, bro. I should have just quit. Should I have just stopped working on myself? Stop it with these silly dreams and just quit. But you know what? I said no. I said fuck that. I told myself the hardest truth that I ever had to tell myself. It was the hardest pill I had to swallow. It was all my fault. From my girlfriend, I let that shit happen to me multiple times. I was weak. I was weak-minded. I was soft. I didn't want to be alone, bro. I wanted somebody there with me. It felt so good having just like being in love, being just passionately for somebody else, just wanting to grow with this person in the future. I didn't want to leave that fantasy. And I had to be real with myself. I put myself in that mindset that like she did that. Like picture that. Picture how angry you are. Picture how fucking gross you might feel. And bro, that shit like broke me down. I was like crying and crying and crying. My heart was just like shattered to pieces. And I just, even though when I wanted to be like, no, she didn't really do this, it was out of her, I said, no, fuck that. She did that shit. She did do that. I'm sorry, but she did. That's what happened. That is the reality of the world. That shit happened. Now, what are you gonna do about it? Are you gonna cry, bitch, complain? Or are you gonna fucking move on? Are you gonna just forgive her for all that shit and just move on? And I did exactly that. Listen, it took me fucking months. It took me months. I was attached to this person so fucking heavily. But I ended up deleting every picture we've ever had together. Every gift I've ever given her. I deleted her from my memory. I said I'm gonna move on. With baseball as well. I had dedicated so much time to it. My life, just hours and hours of working out, of practicing baseball, of studying the sport, of listening to podcasts, of just watching videos. I had dedicated so much of my fucking life to this. I had to move on. I had to say in high school I wasn't good enough. I wasn't good enough. That's fine. But the same question came up. What am I gonna do about it? Am I gonna sit there, bitch, and complain? Or am I gonna get better? Or am I gonna move on from it? Same thing with this fucking job. Move on from that shit. What are you gonna do? Sit, complain, bitch, moan? Or are you going to move on? You're always presented with two choices. Are you gonna let this shit overtake you, overrule you, have a sort of dictation on your life? Or are you gonna move on? You're gonna grow some balls and move on. Because life is fucking difficult, bro. Life is fucking difficult. Not only that, but those thoughts come to hunt you back as well. I'm 23, single, and then the thoughts of like, well, you're never gonna find love again. You're never gonna find somebody like her again. They start to creep back in. They wanna fuck with you. Whenever I perform bad, the thoughts of like, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you're not this. Oh, you're not that. Start to creep back in. All these single things that you go through are to shape you up. You have to overcome the habit of being your old self, of holding this fake identity that truthfully you don't want. Hold up. Sorry. But you have to move on from those things. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy. Every single one of those scenarios that I just explained, I had to face the reality that it was all my fault. Nobody else's. Nobody went through this but me. This is my life. This is what I decided to go through. And again, am I gonna let this shit control me, or am I gonna move on from it? Because life is hard, bro. And listen, you only have one life. You only have one shot, one opportunity. You don't get a second life. You don't get a second trial at this. This is your life. This is your life. Your goals, your dreams, that's for you, bro. It has to be in here. You have to change this as well. You can't let these things overtake you. You're meant for a bigger purpose. You have more to give. You have way more potential than you actually see. I can see it in you. You have way more to give. Because I've gone through many things in my life. I could have very well said, hey, because I've gone through A, B, C, I'm not gonna move on in life. And the crazy part is, a lot of people think this exact way and are fine giving that same excuse as to why they couldn't become somebody great, as to why they couldn't do this, as to why they couldn't do that. I'm like, fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. This is my life. It's what I want to do. I have to do great things. I'm meant for more things. I have a certain belief about myself that can overrule anything else. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. Listen, you're gonna go through shit in life. Maybe worse than what I went through. Maybe you've gone through some really, really traumatic shit. I don't know, bro. But overcome that shit. Believe in yourself. Believe that you're here for a greater purpose. Believe that at some point in time, God is going to give you rest. It's going to show you why you went through all these different things. It's all part of his bigger purpose. Like, you're gonna quit on your dreams? You're gonna quit on your goals? What the fuck? Who else do you have? What else do you have than you, your goals, your dreams, your passions, your life? What else do you have? What else? This is your life. You're gonna quit on your dreams? No, bro. Don't do that. You have so much to give. You have so much out there. You haven't even got to the finish line. You're still running in this race. I'm still running in my own race. Come on, bro. Listen, thank you so much for watching this video. I felt very passionate. Something in my heart kind of just wanted me to put this out there so I can relate with y'all that, listen, I've gone through some hard shit in my life, but so have you. That being said, thank you guys for watching, and God bless, my friend.